We're going to move on here to 167 pounds. We've got Dan Mayo from Sachem, Section 11. He's a junior, 23-0. Overall record is 76-2, and a lot of people talking about Mayo. But he's against Leland Rogers, part of the Section 3 Murderers Row, if you will. Rogers is a senior, 28-0 this year, 83-5 overall. And we'll get the introductions now.
It'll be a real feather in Coach Blue's cap. Ronnie LaBeef's already done. He was a state champion. Leland Rogers could make 2 state champions off of one team, and I'm sure that it just goes to show that they probably should be and deserve that #1 ranking that they got.
Well, we've got going to be with us for this match, and we'll bring him in a second. Bob Durin, of course, Section 3 coach, Liverpool, who can give anybody a run for the money on any given day. And right now, though, we'll go right away to Mayo and Rogers. Rogers struggled a little bit, I would say, in the semifinal match, but very, very tough, very, very strong. And Bob Durin, who do you like in this match?
Well, I've got to go with Wayne Blues Rogers, simply because he's beaten state champion this year so handedly, 12-2. I've seen him wrestle enough where I know that it's going to take an awful stud to beat him, but I know this Mayo has had a lot of good competition in the Empire Games. He traveled to the AAUs out in Iowa and did extremely well, so anything could happen.
And right now it just did to Leland Rogers as he gave up 2 points on a takedown to Mayo. And Mayo working from Sachem, and Mayo is only a junior. He's only lost 2 matches in his career, 76-2. Leland Rogers, very strong, but when you get into these finals, I got to believe that all the 67-pounders are going to have some degree of strength. And Mayo doesn't look quite as stocky as Rogers, but you got to believe he's strong, and he showed a lot of good movement on that takedown. So 2-0. We got 1:09 left. We're going to get a caution. Jerry Everling, the official.
He's got to put his head in the middle of his back, and he had his head all the way over on the far side of Rogers, which is a caution. It's a bad starting position, or illegal starting position.
So we'll start now. Leland Rogers stands up. He's going to get a quick one. Yes, he does.
I've seen Rogers several times. He seems to be able to stand up on anybody at any time.
Shrug off that arm, and I think that Mayo feels very confident on his feet, though. He goes for the single, and he caught Leland Rogers almost the same way he did last time. Leland Rogers got to fight up, got his head down. Mayo, very, very impressive on his feet. Quick, as he throws one way and tries to come back the other on Leland Rogers.
I think I'd try to get out of bounds for a fresh start on this. Leland is working at a deficit here, and
we'll see. He's going to pick the ankle on Rogers. He's
nice
got Rogers,
move.
yes.
Nice move. See, he had tied up in that top of that arm, and it was difficult for Leland. Never really gained control out of that one move.
Leland down now, and his headgear came down, so they get an official's timeout to fix that headgear. Bobby, Leland didn't seem to really get a lot of competition this year. Obviously, Madison, you mentioned he wrestled from Oswego and beat him handily, the 77-pound state champ, but we saw him wrestle 2 or 3 times, and he didn't really have that much trouble. Do you think that might affect him in this?
Well, yeah, this year I think Section 3 at 167 was rather weak. Although they've gone out of the section and wrestled, some of the top-notch teams in the state. So I think in light of the fact of their schedule, he's had the competition, but in the past couple weeks, no, he has not.
And of course, that's very, very important as you're trying to get your timing and peaking at exactly the right time. And we're going to get Leland Rogers down by 3 points at 4-1. And Bob Durin, of course, knows about peaking because he's got a very, very important match coming up at 215 pounds with Timmy Green. And, of course, that same situation might apply to Timmy Green we've talked about.
Well, not in this situation because Timmy has had probably the best workout partner all year with Rick George, who has kind of been an inspiration for Timmy, and vice versa. Timmy's been an inspiration for him. And if Timmy wasn't there, I firmly believe that Rick would probably be the next sectional champ at that weight next year. So he's had a good workout partner.
As we mentioned, very important to get the competition. Leland Rogers now down by 3, got the leg in, working on Mayo. Mayo looking very, very tough. Mayo from Section 11, we're going to get a stalemate call. Mayo, only a junior, as we mentioned, from Sachem High School. turned out a lot of good wrestlers, as Fulton High School. And that's where Leland Rogers is from. Also a football player and a darn good one.
Judging from the beginning of the match, this is not one of those times when you want to let the wrestler up and try to take him down. Mayo is definitely seems to be the better man on his feet, and Fulton has been known to be able to put people on their back as a team, and I'm sure Leland is no exception.
He went going right for that famous Fulton cradle that they use a lot. Now he's gone to the half. He's going to drive him over, but he's not going to get any point. Boy, he didn't give it up. He's still driving, no points.
Mayo came out of that well. I can't believe that. That was, well, he is strong.
Mayo is not only strong, he's got excellent body control. I'm amazed he didn't panic. He did the right things. He countered the move, and he ends up on top, and it looked like he was going to go over.
I'll tell you, they're both fine wrestlers. It's just a question of that little bit of extra effort that it takes in a match like this, and almost every match is going to be close.
And right now, Leland Rogers got a lot of work to do as he's down by 5, 6-1, in what some people might call a surprise, but in talking to other wrestling coaches, this Mayo kid is no surprise.
No, certainly not from what I can see now. Leland hasn't really opened up today or yesterday to really show people what he's capable of. But again, that may be contributed to the competition he's had.
Yeah, definitely. We'll see what happens. He's got 38 seconds left in this period. And it looked for a while there like he might have been able to turn Mayo over. Didn't work. Now he's going to stand up where he had some success. He does. And just pivots, comes up. And we saw in the last match that I think that some people can get a little bit desperate. Mike Leonard got a little bit desperate too early, tried to throw, cost him 2 points. And Leland Rogers got a lot of time left. So you don't want to see him get too desperate or try anything that might hurt. And right now he's going to get a takedown.
That's got to help his confidence out quite a bit right there.
He had trouble before, Doug, as you said. Mayo looked very good on his feet, but now he just ducked under and got good. 2 points, breaks him down.
There's a warning for stalling on the bottom, man.
Yes. So with 2 seconds left.
His score could have very easily been reversed if Leland had turned him with a cradle there. That just one advantage situation.
Turn about 4 points in some occasion like that.
You always talk about it, Dale, and here we are. Leland's in a good position here. I mean, even though he's down by 2 points, he's on the bottom. To me, that's a scoring area right there. 2
out of 3 times he's been able to get that escape, standing up, shrugging off, and turning in. So he's in a good position. And the thing that was impressive is he got up, got the escape, and then took down Mayo. So we'll see what happens. 150 left. Exciting match. 167 pounds. Turns in. He's going to get 1 anyway. He should. Jerry Everling gives him the 1. All right.
He's got to make sure he doesn't get tied up. If he gets underneath and he doesn't get the takedown, he's got to get out of there. He can't stay in there because that's what cost him that second takedown.
Oh, nice move. Nice move.
Good move by Leland Rogers. And now,
let's see. He seems to be able to tie up Mayo, too, because last time he just sat there. We might see a stalling call
Mayo has already been warned. Mayo was warned with about 3 seconds left to go in that second period.
He's got to work up to his base, and he's not doing that.
He's got to keep the pressure on him.
Leland Rogers, I'm assuming, will keep the pressure on.
He's got to be careful, though. There's 1 point. That gives him a little cushion, too, because now he can get reversed and he hasn't lost it.
That's right. He's got 1 minute left, and now he's got to work also. I can't see from there we see. Good shot.
He's trying to get that cross space in there.
Now he's warning.
Just warned Rogers.
Right, Leland Rogers being warned.
I really...
1 point now, they're back. No, they've got 9-6. Did they give it to him or they give it to Rogers?
They warned, I think the referee felt both people were warned.
Well, we'll see. They've got it 9-6 in favor of Rogers.
They gave the point to Rogers that last point. I think the referee felt both men were stalling. He gave the warning to Rogers, and then he gave the point to Rogers because Mayo was stalling.
Well, now 9-6. Leland Rogers can give up a reverse and stay off his back if need be, or even give up the take, or let him up, but he's not going to do that. He's going to work now. He's got to work. I wouldn't want to see him give up a stalling point here.
I don't think he will.
Looks
he's
like
trying to get that cross-face cradle. Right.
He's got 20 seconds left. We've seen it happen with less time. I wouldn't like to see him throw. He's going to now. Now he can sort of stall out on the top. He's got the leg in, try to work for the arm. He's got 8 seconds. He may give up a point here, but it's going to be a moot point as we come down to 2-1. That's it. Leland Rogers in a great comeback is going to win 9-6.
Well, he started slow all day, and the third period has been his way of wrestling through the whole tournament. He certainly proved himself.
Leland Rogers, 167-pound state champ, and he beat a very, very tough Dan Mayo. And Bobby Durin, we appreciate you coming by, and good luck at the 215-pound match with Timmy Green.
Thank you very much.
All right,
pleasure.
we'll see you later. Well, that's got to be a shot in the arm for Section 3. Leland started very slow, I thought, but as Bobby Durin said, he found it at the time, and Mayo, when Mayo wasn't on his feet, he looked to be in real trouble.
He actually, the mistakes he made were in the beginning, he got shot in, Mayo countered him, and then he started setting him up, and Rogers should have broken away free then, and he didn't.
As you mentioned right at the time, Rogers should have tried to got out. Now we've